Well, good morning, guys. There's a lot of boats out on the water, especially for being a weekday and all. But we're gonna just kind of idle, see if we can find some fish. The plan is to catch some crappie. I was hoping to get some minnows, but they didn't have minnows at the marina, so kind of bummed out about that. Wish that there would have been minnows, because I think that would have probably helped me out yesterday with how tough the bite was. But we're on a completely different lake today. Water temp is 51 degrees, so it's really warming up quick. So these fish are more than likely going to be up moving shallow. 3 to 12 foot is where I was catching them yesterday. So we'll check some standard brush, river channels and things of that nature, but hopefully we can find some schooled up crappie and get on them. Anywho, I'm going to graph, see if I can find some fish, and hopefully put a few in the boat here pretty quick. Got him. Live scope that guy. It's a great fish. Feels good to put one in the boat. Feels really good, actually. So looks like this brush pile has just got like a couple around it. I'm gonna just kind of hop. I'm not gonna spend too long in one spot today. That's why I found myself doing yesterday, and it really kind of didn't help me out much at all. So that's the plan. And this jig is something I haven't used before. It's a hackle jig. I tied it. I've got some hackle, and I've never done the hackle jig thing before. I tied a couple, but I just never fished them. So let's double check. That's a 10. Yep, that is definitely a 10. There's no doubt in my mind it's a 10. All right. Actually, we'll just leave that open. There's no reason to close it if we're gonna keep catching some fish. All right. Let's see. Are we gonna scope some more? Got him. Oh man, if we can just keep dropping on them like that and we keep catching them, this is gonna be a fun day. They're scattered, but they're obviously wanting to eat this jig. There's 2 in a row, back to back. Can we do 3 back to back? We're gonna just be live scoping today. You know, you gotta take what you can get, right? A couple of great fish down in there though. There he is. I don't know if we got a good fish down here or not. If that's a 10, he's barely a 10. Just got him fired up down in there. Too bad they're all teeny tiny. We'll do one more drop. If it's short, we're gonna move. Nice. Being a little finicky today. Nothing I can't handle though. Seems like it's kind of just a shallow brush, kind of onesie twosie kind of bite day. There's another one. Man, I really think that they like this jig. That's a tank. That's a really good one. Oh my goodness. That's a crappie and a half right there. Whoops. Okay. Yep. There we go. Heck of a day for the crappies. Heck of a day. Oh man, that's a dandy. That's a great fish. Oh my gosh. That's fish number 5. That's a great one. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm definitely going to tie more of these hackle jigs. I mean, they eat it like they're mad at it. All right, we caught the fish off of that. Let's see if we can find some more. Seems like the name of the game here is catch fish, move. Catch fish, move. So what I'm doing here is I'm just I've got brush piles marked, but I'm just kind of basically working my way up and just fishing, you know? I'm definitely out here cruising along looking for brush piles and whatnot, because that seems to be where the fish are. Like they're congregating around the brush, but they're definitely moving up shallow. Like those fish, I was catching them in like 8 foot of water. Let's go over to these trees here and see if there's anything on the trees. We might be able to pick off 1 or 2 here. They're on this brush for sure, and they're hungry. There he is. Not a big one. Something though. Another little guy. I'd like to drop it right on top of these fish if I can. Got him. Another little one. I wonder if it's just shorts on this brush. There's a pile of them on there, so maybe we can just sift through these for a little bit and just see what we can do. That's a dandy. That one felt good. He smoked it. It's a great crappie. Heck yeah. Let's go. On the board again. This one little jig, man, it is tearing it up. I gotta tie more of this exact same one. It's like a chartreuse jig, had purple hackle tail, some chartreuse sparkle, and just like a smoke colored Chanel. Like a really subtle presentation. I should have broke this out yesterday. That would have really been the trick. Okay, I see him. He's like right here. Got him. It's just a day where we're just picking off 1 or 2 off of a spot, and then we gotta find a new one. That's a 10. It's been a tough day of fishing. Not a whole lot of wind, sunny conditions. Water temp is saying 54 surface temp. I mean, we're very close to spawn right now, but I'm gonna show you guys the fish when I get back home. Good day, really good day. Learned a lot. Marked quite a bit of new stuff on this lake, which is really awesome. So all in all, today was a super big win. We caught like 10 fish, so half a limit. Not too bad. I'm sure if I stuck it out, I would have probably caught my limit, but honestly, today's just not the day. The conditions just aren't good. I was on fish all day. It's just, you can't really make them bite, so that's kind of the thing that sucks. But I did learn that the different materials that you can tie a jig with, the hackle feathers, that's a new one. I haven't fished that before, and I'm pretty happy with how the results were on that. It's like they keyed in on that thing so fast compared to some of the other jigs I was throwing. So good to see that. I'm gonna definitely get back home and tie some more of those maybe tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be super windy, bad weather. Just, it's gonna be a stay-at-home office day. So I'm gonna hammer down and get back home. So see if we can fry up some fish tonight. I think it sounds good. So I'm on dinner duty. All right, that's all I know. Okie dokie. Come on, girls. We've got something to go through today. I want to talk about this. Hold on, it's a little dark in here. It'd be a shame if I could find a tripod one of these days. There's my deer. This right here. This is the jig that was catching basically every fish on this fishing trip. It is like one that I was just whipped out because I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll try and make something cool, something different. And I just happened to tie it on because I was like, I made this, I haven't fished with it, I'm curious about it, and let's just say I'm happy that I had that tied on, because this lure, this little hackle jig, got more bites than anything else I put on a hook on this trip. It's really simple. It's an 1/8 ounce jig head, 3 hackle feathers, some flash, and then like a smoke colored chenille. Super thin profile, chartreuse jig head. I don't know if that really matters or not, but I find it interesting that something like this gets more bites than something else that's just, it looks very similar, but it's different. So I wanted to touch on that. I'll tie some more and do some more stuff with this style of jig in the future, but I wanted to hop on and close this video out since I'm bad at, you know, doing outros of videos, and show you guys that jig that I was catching them all on. It's pretty crazy. I mean, they can just key in on one specific thing. I don't know if it was how the tail was. I was getting tons of short strikes on this too. So on the ones I've made since, I've shortened up the tails quite a bit. But when this gets wet, it looks really good. And I think that's why the fish were keyed in on it. It's kind of a slender profile. Like it's just a really small profiled bait. And I think that's probably why I was getting a lot of bites on it. Sorry, my dogs are begging me to go outside into the rain. But there you go. That's the jig. That is the move, at least that day. Things can change in the future. Maybe next time it'll be a plastic that they want. But I'm glad that I was able to figure out the bite, catch some fish. It was definitely a tough bite. Very tough. But you know what? That's fishing. Some days are better than others. It's wind conditions, the sun conditions, the water temp. There's so many different factors that make these fish want to not eat or want to eat. So if you guys enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments. Leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.